Hello and welcome. This is Chris-Ann and we are going to be doing another fun project. My hands are filthy, but that's okay. I have been busy creating. So today we're going to be making some little labels. I have loved all the many videos I've been seeing, especially Margaret's, on all the different labels that you can make, and making them with scraps, making them with stickers, making them with stamps, using all of our tools. So this is some leftover paper that I have from a project that I just posted to YouTube, where I made matchbook notebooks. So this is the paper that's left over from that. This, all of it. So what you're going to need is leftover paper. If you want to ink them and stamp them, you are going to need ink of choice. I am using Distress Oxide on the edges, and I'm stamping with Archival. I, of course, have my stamp blender. I have my stamp block. I have my stamps. I'm using the Tim Holtz ones. I do have my corner rounder. I have my leftover paper, so to speak, and whatever else you want to use. I mean, you can use some leftover book page, you can use some stickers. I have a whole collection of all different types of stickers. I have rub-ons here. I have some stickers from the Dollar Tree. I have stickers from Temu. I have all of it. So you're going to need a paper cutter, you're going to need scissors, you're going to need glue. The glue that I am using is my art glitter glue. I also have the Scotch Create and the Oohoo stick for smaller detail stuff. I typically use my art glitter glue. So these are all the goodies that I have here. So let me make some space. You're also going to need a paper cutter to cut down the paper. Now, the measurements that I am going with, you do your measurements, these are my measurements. So the outside is 3 inches by 1.5 inch. The inside is 2.5 inches by 1 inch. So those are my measurements. That's what's working for me. This is using scraps. What size, shape, design are your scraps in? Go with that. Go with what works for you. There is no right and wrong on this particular project. These numbers worked for me. So I have some created. Let's move these guys out of the way. Let's bring in my big paper trimmer. This is my paper trimmer that I use when I'm out here on my deck. I have a teeny tiny paper trimmer that I use when I'm inside at my desk. So first one, this is going to be my outside paper. So my first measurements are going to be 3 inches. So let's get this cut to 3 inches. And then from here, it's 1.5. And this is my outside paper. Is it the same size? Here it is. Yep, that is the same size. Okay. Let's do a couple more. I love my Guillotine paper cutter. This has never needed to be sharpened. And I have had this particular one, I don't know, over 4 years. And I cut a lot of paper. My smaller one, I've probably had that one 7 or 8 years. Never needed to sharpen that one either. So they are worth the investment. These are the Tim Holtz Tonic Studios Guillotine. And I'm a fan, and I know they always come out with new ones. Okay, nearing the end of this. You don't need to see me sit here and do a whole video on cutting paper. You know how to cut paper. Oh, and look at that. That's basically the same shape. Okay, cool. We use that one. Okay, the next paper I need is my inside paper. My inside paper, I'm going to use this paper that I had decorated using all my sprays and all that fun stuff. So this one is 2.5 by 1 inches. So let's go this way. 2.5. This is really thin copy paper. Move that out of the way. So 2.5 by 1, and this is where it gets fiddly. And I am doing the paper rounder on mine. If you want to do the tag, I have that one here too. I believe. Yeah. You can use that one too. And then I have that decorative one too. So you can use any or all of them. You know, we have these things, let's use them. I'm going to cut one more, and then I'm going to put all this to the side because I also have a stack pre-cut and ready to go. So there we go. Let's move this. So I have a stack here of the centers. I have a stack here of the outsides. And then I have a stack here of the centers and of the outsides. Now, what I did is, first of all, I decided what did I want to do. So some of these, like these, I did with my rounder. Let's do some with this one. So this is more the tag, what I use when I'm doing my tags. And these little guys are flying everywhere today. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to do the outside matching. Holding my finger over it so they don't fly all over the place. So this one, when it's put together, is going to look like that. These, let's do the rounder on these. You see, these aren't flying all over the place. And then I have a binder to keep my Tim Holtz stamps in. Years and years and years ago, they sold this binder. I don't see many people using the binder. Actually, I'd like to buy another binder because I certainly have enough stamps to fill a couple binders. So let's just start with these two for now. Let's move all this out of the way. And then I'm going to come in and I am going to ink these. Where did I put my ink? It's right in front of me, I'm sure. Yes, it is. Okay. Here's my ink pads. So I'm using Walnut Stain Distress Oxide, and for the actual stamping, I'm using Archival Ink Coffee. And I'm not going to do a ton of these. You guys know how to make these. But you know what? I love making these. So it's kind of like a craft along with me. And I'm going to be using stamps and stickers. I also have my stencils here too. And book page. This is a really good project to use up some of your stuff. Now, the other thing that I like, and this is what I use some of these for, when I have like little pockets that I need to tuck these into, I leave the backs able to write on, because maybe you want to write, what is your word of the week? What is your word of the day? When I make journals, my journals are to be used. My journals are to be journaled in. So I leave a lot of space there. They're kind of hidden spaces for you to write different things, journal different things, kind of have fun. So let's move this out of the way. And let's go in and do some stamping. So once again, I am using the coffee, Archival ink, and I am just going to use a corner of this moth right here. There we go. I hope that was in frame. I can't see when it's in frame or not in frame. And then I have this little teeny tiny little book page left. So let's give this there. We'll do that. And then to ink this, we're just going to go like that. We're going to glue this down. I'm going to use my art glitter. Just need a little bit there. And then I'm going to fold it over. Just a little teeny tiny piece of book page. Normally that gets thrown away. And I am using an earring on my art glitter glue because I can't find my good thingy to put in my my glue. So let's do this stencil right here. Let me make sure you can see it. Oh, I'm using the back of my stencil. Let's do that. There, something different. Let's come in with my stamps. Let's see. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I mean, we all have a gazillion of these. There's that. I'm good with that. Now let's glue this on top of this. And there. That is done. And that is a teeny tiny little label / ticket that I can stick when I have pockets and things. And I have hidden journaling on the back, if I don't get all ink on the back, which I typically do. Let's do this one. And I'm going to do some stamping first, and then I'm going to add some stickers on this one. We'll do that. This is the sticker book I'm using. This is from Temu. You know what? I'm going to use both of these. And when I want to get the sticker to have a little bit of ink, I just put it on my finger and go like that. I could ink it in the book, but I don't necessarily want to get all the other ones inked. If this doesn't stick, because this is one of those washi stickers, I would come in with my glue stick. You know what? I like this butterfly. I don't really know if it's going to fit, but let's play with it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make it hang off the edge. Because, yep, I want it to stick there. Add some glue. I mean, you can just sit there and make these for hours. At least I can. I love making these. I love using up all my old scraps. And you know what? I'm going to give that a trim, and I turn it over from the back and do it. And where did my other, oh, here it is. There we go. Ta-da! So simple. I'm sure you guys make these too. Let's do a couple more. to use the back side of that. I'm not going to trim the edges on this one. I am going to ink the edges because maybe you don't have a corner rounder or something. So let's see what it looks like without one of those. Probably should put a little more ink on this, but that's okay. Okay. Let's do some different stamping on this first. And I always get my fingers all filthy with ink, but you know what? I love it. And now let's add some stickers. Ooh, look at that. That one's too big. Should we do that? You know what? If it's too big, let's ink it up first. You know what? I'm just gonna put it right there. Let's see if I can find a little something. Is that a little sticker? Oh, it's a big sticker. I'll do this one. It's kind of a little one. Kind of matches. And then it's going on this. So let's put a little bit of glue. You know, you don't have to have your imagery stay on that little piece. It's okay if it overlaps onto the bigger piece. A little bit of glue seeping out there. Ta-da! Simple. Super, super, super simple. All right. Let's do... Yeah, this one likes to pop all over the place. And we're going to use that side. And let's grab this one. And this is what I'm calling the tag edger border corner maker thing. And then let's re-ink my dauber here. Walnut stain, and then I like the darker ones, obviously. And I like it to come in. I think that's kind of a really neat frame. So let's stamp this one. There's nothing that says your stamps have to go straight up and down. And then let's add some stickers. I like those butterflies. I keep wanting to grab those butterflies. You know what? We'll grab the postage one. And let's get a little ink onto that. Here's that one. Get a little glue. Ta-da! Super duper easy. Easy peasy. I think I'm going to stop there. You guys have the idea. You guys get the vibe. Use this as a teeny tiny journaling spot. I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos where people make these. I love making these. To me, this is just a kind of really cool thing that I do in the winter when I have a whole bunch of scraps laying around and I want to use up all my scraps. And then I can use these in my books. And when I put my books together, I end up using a ton of these in my books. when I first started making them, I had no idea I was going to actually use as many as I use, because, you know, we always have all those like little pocket places that we think we're going to put tags. And, you know, how many tags can you put in a book? 1,000,000. How many tickets and label things can you put in a book? 1,000,000. But, you know, I also can use these to actually decorate. Let me get my project here. Here's a project that we just did together. If I wanted to take one of these and glue it on this project, there's a really pretty way of decorating and just adding a little something. Super easy. So I hope that gave you some great ideas. You probably already had the ideas, but, you know, rejuvenate our ideas to get us back to making some of the things that we love to make. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.